Melodee Meyer here with another amazing author that I can't wait for you to meet. Stay tuned. All right, well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here with a brand new author, Calloway. Now, she has just finished a book, and it's publishing right away, and I'm excited about this launch that she's going to be doing, and I wanted you to meet her, because really to get to know her, then you understand why you need to read this book. Well, first of all, tell us the name of your book.
It's called Beautiful Butterflies and Fierce Tigers. Live strong, yet delicate, bold, yet mindful.
Live strong,
Yet delicate, bold, yet mindful.
So why did you write this book?
I love to write since I was young. I started out with poems, and then a couple years back I started to work with somebody who helped people write their stories, and so I got inspired to want to expand my poetry into an entire book. And so the title popped in my mind, Beautiful Butterflies and Fierce Tigers, because my mom used to call me her little butterfly, but my favorite animal was always fierce tigers. And I always struggled with not wanting to be seen as a delicate butterfly, but as fierce and strong and untouchable. And so going through steps and working with women in different areas, have I realized that story in other women. So going through certain steps in the healing process and finding my relationship back with God, have I found a balance between the two. And so the book is kind of about just simple but hard steps to kind of find that balance within yourself of being delicate but fierce and strong.
So it sounds like it came from your own experience.
Yes.
Yes? And then you recognized it in other women, and you thought this would be helpful to people who are also trying to find that balance?
Yes. Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. So how is it that you want to use this book, and who is it written for?
So I had a couple friends in mind when I wrote the book. You know, they say kind of pick your audience, and so I had a couple friends in mind, and as well as past clients in different areas that I have mentored in different organizations. And so I kind of had those girls who have allowed circumstances that was out of their control to control their life, and just myself allowing lies control how we live our lives and how we react to life and stuff.
Can you give me an example? Like of some outside circumstances?
Yeah, so life rejections or past experiences, just kind of growing up with abandonment, and I would say that's kind of a good core one, right, where you just kind of put that on yourself. And so the book talks a lot about forgiveness and kind of where your confidence does come from and how to love the unlovable. And so those are just kind of different areas to just pinpoint. And I think just in the first chapter talking about identity, and that's kind of where the whole book and what I like to focus on is just what defines us. And so I believe just like God's pure design was not for these things to happen to us. And, you know, when we're made, you know, inside the womb, it's just, he has a very sincere, big vision for all of us. And so he sees past these circumstances that we are born into and the things that happen to us that are out of our control, or even the things that how we react out of it. So he does not see those things as holding us back. Those are things that he can overcome and that we are capable of overcoming through him. And so it's just, where does our strength come from? And so those are just things that I talk about inside the book.
I know how much time and effort and thought it takes to actually write a book. I mean, I've met so many people who say they want to write a book or they're going to write a book, but very few people actually do it. Mm-hmm. So what was it that gave you that motivation and got you through all the obstacles that can come up that keeps most people from actually completing a project like this? What was it that actually got you to do that?
I think writing a book is a step in a powerful way to have a voice. And I would encourage anyone who has a story, and everyone has a story.
Yes.
And so I would say anyone is capable of writing a book and sharing, and it's important for them to be able to get their voice out. I mean, everyone has so many different perspectives and so many different views, and it's going to touch somebody's life. And so for me, it's just, I hope it touches, somebody's life that's going through and has gone through maybe similar things and is looking, to overcome some obstacles. And I'm just praying that these steps are able to help them. And so I just kept thinking of that person. And just kept writing it. And I think
it was motivating for you.
Yes.
To think of the pain that they're going through, because you've gone through that yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You went
Absolutely.
through these same kinds of issues.
Absolutely.
And you got through it, and you were able to share that in your book, and you wanted to help other people.
Yes.
I really admire that. Thank you so much for doing that. Because I think really, especially as women, we need to support one another in
100%.
these issues, right? And let other women know that doesn't have to define you, that those painful moments do not have to hold us back. Right?
Absolutely, yes. And this pattern doesn't have to last forever.
And it doesn't.
Yeah, it does not.
and women who are going through that need to hear it from women like us who have gone through it and go, you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it. Well, I'm so grateful that you wrote this book and that you persevered and you went through what you needed to do to make it happen. And I really want to encourage other women to, just like you said, to actually say their, put their story out there as well.
Absolutely.
And share it with each other, because it only encourages each other and supports
Absolutely.
one another. People are going to be able to read this book, and is it for women specifically, or is it?
It is for women specifically. I am speaking to women in the book, but my husband read it, and he didn't feel that way. He felt like he was able to take some things from it as well. So, yeah. So I would say it is for women, but
great. And what are you
great
hoping?
if anyone can learn from it.
What are you hoping
from
this book will do, as far as how will you be able to use this moving forward in the next chapter of your life?
I mean, I'm hoping it gives women some strength and courage into moving forward and into truth and having enough of whatever they're tired of. And I'm hoping to, it's just that step into my mentoring and people just seeing a piece of.
So you're coaching women then? Are you
Yes.
mentoring, and you're actually doing that with it? And you're speaking too, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm mentoring and going just deeper what the book has, and the workbook will be coming out shortly after. And so to give that platform for the steps that are in the book for them to be doing it themselves.
And to take action.
Absolutely.
Yes. Not just read another book,
Right.
Another self-help book.
Right. I want them to really receive, do the work, and really be able to move forward and and freedom, so
I love it. Thank you so much, Kaylee. And so again, tell us the title of it so everyone can make sure and
so
find
it is called Beautiful Butterflies and Fierce Tigers. Live strong yet delicate, bold yet mindful.
Yes. Okay. Well, check it out. Go right now and go get that book and become fierce like a tiger, but delicate. Thanks, Kaylee.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.